So it's been quite a while since I've done anything even remotely hiking related. The last 4 of my videos have all been whiskey in the wilds. So it's time for a gear review. And what piece of gear, you ask? It's got to be a backpack. I haven't done a review about a backpack. So here comes the backpack. Boom! Today I will be doing a long-term review of my very trusty old backpack, which is the Black Diamond Nitro 26. Oh, got that right there. Okay. So I'm going to set up some close-up views of this backpack. And we're going to go through the features. And, yeah. Hit up the vids review style. Okay, here we go. I'm going to do front to back here. And we'll start at the front. We'll get some close-ups. So we'll start down here, right at the bottom. We got some nice hanging loops. And these are just, you know, the straps, you know, like a hull loop and extra gear straps. Yep, that's that. Nice thing about these little hoops is you can, there's little holes right here. So you can tuck them back up into this kangaroo pouch. It's a little tricky. If you get like a little poker tool, you can stuff them in. And so that's the thing. I just leave them hanging. I don't mind them dangling. But if you are in a situation where if you can't really have dangling bits, there is the ability to tuck them inside. So that's nice. And then on the sides we have, here, let me just lift that up just a little bit. On the sides we have some nice pouches. These will hold a 1 liter Nalgene comfortably on both sides of the full backpack. So they are quite expansive. So you don't have to worry about that too much, which is very nice. Okay, and then we have some side compression straps here. Let's see if we can raise the camera just a little bit here. Yep, can we see the, maybe a little bit more. Okay, there we go. Okay, now yes, now we can see the side compression straps here. And these are at kind of an angle, so you get a good lot of hold on that. It's not just straight across, it goes down almost, yeah, it goes down to here actually, yeah. So the side compression strap kind of angles down and meets up with the outside edge of this kangaroo pouch. Which, by the way, let's show next. Let's see if I can move the camera back just a little bit. So now we have the top of the kangaroo pouch. We can see that it's kept in place by these top side compression straps, because the first ones were the bottom ones. These are the top again. These are at kind of an angle. So it just gives you a bit of triangulation holding, which is nice. Instead of just a straight line, it comes down a little bit. It's very nice. And so this expands out to about 2 or 3 liters. You can fit a good amount of stuff in there even when the bag is full. It's very nice. It's a very nice feature. I like it a lot. And some days, you know, I'll put like, this is a good spot for like changing weather days. If it's cold, you can take a coat out. If it's warm, you can put the coat back in, or have a couple bottles of water and snacks for quick access. It's very nice. And then we have a standard set of top pockets. I don't actually really like these pockets that much. I think they are slightly parasitic in that they take up space on the inside of the bag. If you fill the bag full of stuff, these pockets get squished down and you can't really put anything inside them. It'd be nicer if they were external pouch style rather than internal pouch style. that's just a preference thing. So in the long run, I don't really use these pockets for much when I have the bag fully loaded, because when the bag is loaded, there's not much you can actually put in the pocket. And if you do put like delicate things in there, like sunglasses or pointy things like keys, and then you go stuff things in top and force the zippers closed, you could either damage the objects inside the pockets, or the items inside the pockets being squished could damage the bag or other things inside your bag. So I don't really use these pockets that much because they're, like I said, they're slightly parasitic. So, yeah. And so that's the, I guess, the rear face of the bag. And the sides. All right, let's talk about the interior of the bag for a moment before we turn it around. Since we're still looking at this side, it's a nice cavernous opening there. I do like that. It's all the way straight down. Yep, it's got a nice, pretty deep, you know, it will hold a lot of stuff. There is a weird thing about the shape, though. It's kind of coffin-like. It narrows down towards the bottom, which is nice for your fit because that's what your body does. But because it's narrower at the bottom, there's a little bit less space to work with. So it's a bit of it's a nice shape to fit to your body, but it's a weird shape to pack things into because it does get much narrower at the bottom than at the top. Yeah, nice big open cavern of space there, but like I said, these pockets are slightly parasitic. So, all right, that's the outside face of the backpack. So we'll move now to the inside face. This is the part that goes against your body. So you can see here the back panel itself. It's got that mesh, and then it's just this ridged foam. It does shape nicely. There is a good curve. So the foam itself is not very dense, but it is comfortable. It's not like cloudy comfortable, but it's enough to not dig in a bad way. But it's kind of light. You know, it's not very substantial, but it's good enough. And we have that same kind of thinner ridged foam in the shoulder straps here, which again, it's not substantial. It's not like puffy clouds, but it's enough that it's not digging in and leaving marks. It's a good soft foam, but it's not very thick. Pardon me. Okay, so then we have a standard assortment load lifters here. Up here at the top, this slot here, can we see that? We have to raise that up just a smidge. There we go. So this slot here, I'm currently shoving my whole arm to, that is the water bladder pouch, and that will hold a 3-liter bladder. It's very spacious. Okay, so load lifters, water bladder pouch, relatively thin shoulder straps, but it is a comfortable foam. And then again, relatively thin padding on the back, but it is a comfortable foam, and it's sort of S-shaped frame, so it curves nicely to your natural body shape. And then up here we have some, these are just sort of hold straps. You could clip things to it or thread your water tube through it to hold your bladder tube in place. Okay, and moving down the backpack some more. Let's take a look at the load lifter here, or the sternum straps. Yeah, we got some sternum straps here, and these this sternum strap is on a slider rail. So it does slide up and down, and it's substantial. Like it doesn't go anywhere unless you make it go. And it's still pretty stiff after 2 years. So, yeah, kudos to that. Okay, you know, standard elasticy, fog whistle. You know, so that's a nice feature. And some elastics there, so you can clip some stuff, you know, whatever. Sometimes when I use this bag for walking my dog, whoops, kick the stand a little bit. Sometimes when I'm walking the dog, I clip the poopy bag dispenser to that spot there, because it's just a lightweight elasticy thingy. Okay, as we move down even further, boopity boopity boop. I need to, yeah, okay. Move down to the very bottom of the bag here. We have the hip belt. There's a pocket on this side, which is nice. There's not a pocket on the other side. I wish there was a pocket on the other side, but they didn't include that for some reason. What I like about this belt is the pull forward strap. I really like that, as opposed to the pull out style that is common. This pull forward strap design really works out, really works nicely. It's very fast, very easy to use, because you can grab both straps at once and then just quickly pull in and you're good to go, which is just fantastic. Super fast, super easy to use. Okay, and now a unique feature about this backpack is the dynamic suspension features. So what we have here, from the bottom strap of the shoulder pad, from the bottom shoulder strap, from the bottom of the shoulder strap here, there's actually a cable that's anchored into the, you know, there's a bit of a doohickey there that holds some bits in place that then allow a cable to run through some paneling and a little tube in the frame that allow a big range of motion. Here, let's see if I gotta get a good view of this. Allow a big range of motion, and I'm gonna put the backpack on in a minute and say why that's a good advantage. There's another feature of this dynamic suspension I'm gonna try to show here, and right at the back behind the hip belt, there's this strap here, this tensioner. When you loosen that, this strap, okay, this strap slides back and forth again in a kind of channel between the frame panels. See that? And so that allows your hips to that allows the backpack to grip around your hips, but still allows your hips to sway when you're moving dynamically. So the bag is moving with you, not against you. Okay, and now that I've talked about the backpack for a minute, I might as well go ahead, put it on quickly, just demonstrate the reasoning for the dynamic suspension that this backpack has. Okay, so I'm going to put the thing on. Actually, I'm going to pause this just for a minute. Let's turn this around. Okay, so I just want to be able to see this properly here. So when you're putting it, so I got the backpack on. Hip straps. Okay. And now these straps here at the side, the shoulder straps, when you move, I'm going to tighten that up. When you go to that, see that? So if you're climbing something, you're not pulling against the straps as you're trying to move. that cable, still under tension, is shifting back and forth as you're climbing up an object. And then conversely, as you're walking, you're stepping and your hips are, your hips are rolling from side to side. I know I'm exaggerating that. As your hips roll from side to side, this strap at the back is going to slide from side to side as well, so that your body isn't pulling against the tension straps, reducing strain over time. If you're like climbing up something, you know, that's you know, you're not fighting the backpack. The backpack is actually moving with you. And that's a really, really cool feature of the dynamic suspension system that Black Diamond built into this backpack. Okay, so it's getting a bit of a different view here. And so what are my final thoughts on the Black Diamond Nitro 26? Well, after 2 years of ownership, I gotta say, for the 15 to 26 liter range of day bags, it's very, very excellent. I used to own a few other backpacks, and I ultimately sold them and gave them all away because this one was the best one, and the other ones were just sitting around collecting dust because I wasn't using them. So I figured I better put them out into the world so someone gets something out of them, because I wasn't, because I was using this one all the time. Yeah. What else can I say? The bag has a lot of positives to it. It's made out of a strong material. It is a water-resistant material. It's a polyurethane backed, ripstop nylon, I believe. But the zippers are not waterproof, so you will need a pack cover for it. And yeah, for all your day hiking needs, whether it's just a hike through the woods or a hike up a mountain or something, you could pack in enough stuff to get you in and out in, 24 hours or less. All right, thanks for watching.